स्टार्ट करें क्या? पहला तो इंट्रोडक्शन ही है, उसका एक ब्रीफ विल स्टार्ट विद इंट्रोडक्शन. Greetings everyone, a very hearty good afternoon to you all. First and foremost, we welcome you on behalf of Atal Incubation Center, Goa Institute of Management. My name is Anshul Singh and I am the Startup Ecosystem Lead for AICGIM. To all the students who joined this program, congratulations, as this shows you are self-aware and understand the importance of inculcating the entrepreneurial learnings, keeping in mind the future. We welcome you all. Before moving forward, I would like to give a brief on what Atal Incubation Center GIM is all about and how we help startups of all stages, verticals, and domains with their startup journey. Since our inception, we are a 2-year-old incubation center in Goa, and we have become the preferred go-to incubation centers for startups in Goa and for startups willing to set up in Goa. Through a robust ecosystem, which involves mentors, knowledge sessions, incubation space, investor connects, service providers, industry and government connects. To facilitate our startups with all the means possible, like product development, event access, software services, marketing assistance, legal and compliance assistance, etc., we have partnered with industry's best service providers, providing perks of worth more than $15,000 USD dollars via partner network, ensuring a smooth flow of information and operation for our startups. To name a few, our partners in the growth. Since our inception, we have worked with more than 20 plus startups of various stages and domains. Some came with just an idea and went out with a fully operational business, and some came at a growth stage seeking funds, and we have successfully worked and helped them in their endeavor. On your screen, you have list of startups incubated with us, out of which 3 are student-run startups. They have started their journey with us. They had just an idea and now are fully operational. It seems difficult in the beginning, but after the first few steps and a little help, you can actually do it. We understand out of all the resources, funding is the crucial requirement. Thus, we at AICGIM have a robust investment network across India to help you ease the funding process. We have investment partners, investment partner network ranging from seed funds, angel funding, and series fund. So, greetings everyone. Now we'll skip path where we'll have Leadup. Wait a second. Okay. As we all know that this is the time of uncertainty and crisis caused by corona pandemic, jobs and internships are very badly affected. A lot of companies have either deferred or revoked joining schedules of thousands of students. Thus, it becomes very important for students to inculcate the entrepreneurial spirit and its learnings. Entrepreneurship is the most influential force that determines the health of the economy. Thus, we at AICJIM welcome you all to the Leadup program, that's which is going to have a 3-month long period. We'll have a bi-weekly engagement to help you guys endeavor and learn all the entrepreneurship learnings. We hope 3 objectives out of this program: develop a wide understanding of the entrepreneurship, second, acquire an entrepreneurial mindset, third, to start operating an enterprise effectively. The core objective of this structured capacity building program is to enable students to design and implement a startup idea from scratch into a viable business with no worries of failing. And we expect students to develop the entrepreneurship well over job. Leader program is going to be a 3-month long program. We'll have a bi-weekly engagement with free entrepreneurship and learning come internship program, which will help you inculcate all the entrepreneurial learnings you will require for your startup idea. This internship program would run for 3 months. Students completing this program would be provided with a certificate, signed by authorities at AICJIM, which would be considered as a real work-life experience under internships. Leadup is going to be a 12-week-long program, which will have a bi-weekly engagement, which will comprise of 12 plus entrepreneurship sessions and workshops, 10 plus speakers and experiential sharing sessions, 6 plus one-on-one mentoring and discussion sessions. Students completing the entire program will be facilitated with the following benefits. To name few, we have free company registration, support for legal and compliances, technical resources for the product development, graphic designing support for the cohort, dedicated accounting resources, structured mentoring for all the students, access to 12 plus perks worth 10,000 US dollars, free co-working space, investors connects, industry connects, and access to various events.
Hello. Hello. Anshul is not audible. Hello.
हेलो हेलो सॉरी सॉरी डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया था
और एक मिनट.
So like Vidhi, we had an introduction, like basic AIC kya hai and what the program is all about. Hello.
Hello. Yes, I kind of
Hello.
heard them. I heard them. The
Yeah,
initial
yeah.
beginning.
So introduction में और like इसमें कोई problem, कुछ suggestion?
Then it covers everything. I feel it does
Yeah.
everything.
Okay. So moving on for the first session of today, that is identifying the idea and assessment of the idea. Visible as screen?
Visible.
Perfect. Okay. The first step for an entrepreneur before starting a company is to find the right idea for his or her startup. The best way to arrive to a startup idea is not trying to think about a new startup idea. That would be the wrong way. The ideal way is to look for problems and needs, preferably problems and needs you have faced yourself. Alternatively, it could be something that you have seen other people, your friends or family face regularly. All businesses start from same point, an idea. It is what happens to the idea determines the success of a startup. According to Entrepreneur magazine, nearly half of all the new startups fail within the first 3 years. Beating the odds at startup is tough. First and foremost, an idea, no matter how good, must be combined with entrepreneurial spirit, defined as a willingness to take risk, proper understanding of fundamentals of entrepreneurship, which consist of finance, market analysis, and business plan formulation, will determine the success of a startup. Without the above, a great idea might never be pursued. Not all ideas are good ones, though. It would be a foolish entrepreneur who rushed a product into the market without careful thought, market research, and detailed planning. Okay, like small question to everyone present here: like, how many of you still listen to the music by downloading it? Like, I mean, gone are the days when we used to download the music and listen to it. And I was thinking, we have all heard about the platform called Savan, Spotify, Ghana, or Apple Music. And I was thinking that why I downloaded the music app Savan. Is there a need for that? Remember the feeling when you walk out of the movie during which you've heard a good song and you would want to hear it immediately? I remember trying to download songs, but there was not a single platform where I could explore the new songs. Savan has created the mechanism to effectively find or search the songs based upon the actor's name, movie name, even the song's name. And I think that was a great value proposition. I wonder what the founders of Savan identified the market gap before launching the app. Okay, so here what the Rishi Malhotra, the founder of Savan, had identified the needs that were present in the particular market. The founder of Savan observed that there was no digital content available for India. There was a no single platform to explore all the songs available. No digitization and standardization. There were no curated playlists, and the customer experience was very poor. Rishi observed that the music in Western countries was going digital, but he noticed that a billion population country like India has the still does not have any online platform or a website or application to cater that particular music industry with a standardization of all the songs. Assessment of the idea. Identifying the problem or the pain point you are trying to solve is an important step in validating your startup idea. You want to be able to clearly express a problem which or others are experiencing regularly. You should be able to write down the problem that you are solving in a simple statement. The next step is to understand whether the problem is a major one for your customers or not. If you build a startup that solves a problem but not a serious problem, people might use your product but never pay for it. So, how do you start? How do you ensure that the opportunity you have identified as the winner? Let's say you have an idea. How can you tangibly access its credibility? People should understand that it's it's not important just it's not just about identifying the pain point. It is very important to validate the idea and understand the depth in the market. When the pain point is identified, you need to access and ask yourself if the pain point is large enough and critical enough for you to solve, or is something on the basis of which a large business can be built. Sometimes a personal pain point can bring you to a large market, but how do you decide that the idea you have chosen has a good chance of building into a good business? So let's discuss how you will access your startup idea with respect to the market. For assessing the idea, one should try to find the answers to these questions. First, what pain points are you trying to solve? Second, who is it for? Third, how are you trying to solve it? What is the solution? Fourth, who else is doing it? Fifth, is the solution different? Sixth, can I charge my customers and how much? Let's take an example, Urban Clap, to understand how to access the particular idea. We all know what Urban Clap is. It enables the users to find any service professional like a plumber, wedding photographer, yoga teacher, event planner, etc. Urban Clap is a platform which provides, trusted, efficient, credible, and affordable professional for all the service needs. We all know what Urban Clap is. So let's see how Urban Clap has assessed their entire idea. Okay, the first one, what pain points are we trying to solve? So what pain points Urban Clap came across is that the local service industry was broken and highly fragmented. People used to gather information about service providers from Google, Just Dial, and so on. Even after getting the information, the process was not standardized in terms of pricing and in terms of booking. There was a lack of standardization and unorganized online information. Second problem they identified, inability to identify quality suppliers. There was a lack of the convenience in availing a local services because we don't know what supplier brings what quality. Third, the lack of trust between consumers and service professionals. How can a consumer access the quality of a service provider before availing the services? These were the pain points that the Urban Club identified when assessing their startup idea. Second, who is it for? Like, what are target customers and who are you solving it for? The second question. Urban Club addressed the identified problems of working professionals of urban areas. Working people in urban cities have problem looking for people like a plumber or an electrician or a technician. They delay the issue for days which could have been solved quickly. Second, new residents in the city. People moving to new cities who are not familiar with the local professionals who would help them solve their problems. These these two were the target customers the Urban Club identified. They want to build their product for these three category of people. Third, how is the problem is being solved? What is the solution? So standardization of the market. They built a platform to bring together the consumers and service providers together and standardize the entire market in terms of pricing and booking. Second, quality review of listed professionals. They also incorporated a feedback and review system for refining the service professionals in terms of quality and the services and the convenience. Third one, the convenience of the booking. From information to booking as finding the quality supply of service professionals from booking to execution was happening on a single platform with all the transparency. Thus, Urban Clap created one-stop solution from seeking information to booking. That's the way they started solving the problems. Okay, the fourth question. Who else is doing it? Did you have competitors? For the Urban Clap, there were competitors, there were Time Savers, Localoe, Just Dial, Soleka, etc. There were so many of the platform which startups providing similar services to consumers as Urban Clap. Just Dial and Soleka could also act as a competitor for consumers as they provide the information, which can also pose a threat to the Urban Clap. So they already had a number of competitors. So they had their competitive analysis ready. And the fifth question, is the solution different? What makes you different from the competitors? The multiple areas in which an organization can differentiate themselves from the competitors and maintain a sustainable competitive advantage. Urban Clap has the feature of customized offerings for individual customers. So they differentiated themselves for on individual customization. Through the use of technology and smart processes, they have successfully ended up organizing the unstructured market using the matchmaking algorithm and connecting the consumers to correct service providers. Consumer trust is built by providing the service seekers their social network profiles so that the customers can trust that particular service professionals who they are willing to hire for work. They have the mechanism of reviewing the service professionals so that it improves the quality in the platform. The last question, can I charge my customers and how much? In case of Urban Clap, like monetization essentially means how the business is making money. In case of Urban Clap, they get commission cut from what the service providers charge the users, and the reverse auction, where they charge service providers from putting them on top of the customer searches. Okay. The pain points we face in our daily life, whether at work or home or under specific conditions, are often the best source for the need gap identification for new ventures. And the above following questions would be required to assess the entire startup idea. Let's take another example. In Diwali of 2005, when Parminder Sama, the founder of Redbus, he went to book a bus ticket. The bus contractor made a few phone calls to the bus operator and told him there are no seats. Sama was told to reach another bus operator. This intrigued Sama that he is that person is the agent of the bus tickets. He should know whether or not there is a vacant seat from Bangalore to Hyderabad. After going to so many agents, he couldn't get any ticket home. He realized a startup idea. He realized that all the three stakeholders, the bus operators, agents, and consumers, are losing as there is no proper platform or a single platform for the entire flow of information. So that made him start the company startup Redbus.in, and we all know what it is as of right now. It's very important to identify solutions to the problem. And how do we do that? Ask yourself, who needs this right now? How badly do they need it? Will they buy it from someone they have heard of? Like, if you cannot answer these questions favorably, or if the problem is such that its existing solutions are keeping their customers happy and they do not need or look for alternative solutions, then the problem may not be significant for you enough to solve it. Okay, let's take another example of Ola. Ola actually started with a business called olatrip.com and they pivoted it to olacabs.com. Polar Trips was all about selling weekend holidays online. It arose out of a personal problem that Bhavish was facing. He was not able to book holidays to major cities, but that never went anywhere. While doing that, they realized a further pain point of cab aggregation for early rental and outstation travels. That's how they went from selling trips to building a website to book outstation cabs. The first portal they made, then incrementally they kept learning more about the business, learned how big opportunity its urban transportation holds, and today where the mission is to build mobility to everyone. It sounds obvious to say you should work on problems that exist, and yet by far the most common mistake startups make is that they solve problem no one has. Your aim should be to solve problems that exist. Try to solve pain points that individuals or businesses face. That can help you arrive at your particular venture idea. Done. Hello. Hello.
Done.
Yeah, yeah. ये था idea assessment and identification.
Right. I'll thanks for that, Anshul. The detailed explanation. Now let me take forward from here. So let me just share my screen now. Is it audible?
Yes.
And the screen is visible.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So for today, what we'll be going through is first is the platform. So we'll try to get acquainted with the Zoom platform, and we'll have a quick introduction of all the people present here, and then we'll go with problem and market analysis, workshop hands-on experience. Then we'll do the SWOT analysis for the same. So we'd consider OYO as an example for the entire process. Then we would just understand the structure of our Leadup program. Right. Coming to the introduction of Zoom. So first and foremost, what I want you people to do is click on your name. So you can see the name on the participants list. Right click on your name and change your name to your college name followed by your first name. So that will help us arrange you in an order, wherein for the next step, when we would have an introduction of all of us, so we can follow an order. So you have 30 seconds for that.
Done, sir. Completed.
Right.
So people will be responding this way, right? Just doing a mock of it.
Yeah.
Done, sir.
Right. I can just see it here. Thank you so much. Okay. Now, the second very important thing, whenever you have a question which you want to ask, you can just raise your hand. You find it on the right bottom corner as shown in the picture. Right. So then coming to the breakout room, so we would have a lot of teamwork, team activities which we would be doing virtually here. So for that, we do have the special feature of breakout rooms in Zoom. So wherein I would be allocating you people to different rooms, and there you would be discussing on what and how, and coming with a solution. So soon after this, we'll have a 5 minutes activity wherein I'll be putting you into different breakout rooms. So after the completion of third minute actually, you'll find the timer like this. So that indicates you just have 2 minutes out there. So coming to the other features, when you go to the breakout room, right? So you can just access the whiteboard. So do you find a whiteboard there? You can respond. Okay, there is one more feature which I just forgot. So you have this chat option. So whenever you want to respond to something and you're shy about doing that, all you can do is use this chat box. So would be one of our teammates would be reading it and would respond on your behalf. Right? So let me take you to the breakout rooms now. So I'll be putting you each one of you in different breakout room. So experiment whatever possible. So you can experiment with uh, uh, the whiteboard. You can experiment with text. You can experiment sharing your screen. So everything you can. And I'll have a task for you. Right? List down 5 best startups you know and what are the problem they are solving. So maybe there will be 5 people in a room. So what probably each one of you could contribute for one idea, one startup and their problem solution, right? Yes. Okay. When prompted, I want you people to join to that breakout room.
Hello, sir. I don't see any this whiteboard or blackboard out here. I mean, I'm serious. I'm not finding any whiteboard here.
Neither do I.
Huh?
मेरे को भी नहीं दिख रहा.
है ना?
नहीं दिख रहा है?
Oh.
Okay, I'll have that screenshot as well.
सिंपल रूम चल रहा है, ठीक है, ऐसा ब्रेकआउट रूम आ गए. कहाँ क्लिक करना पड़ता है व्हाइट बोर्ड के लिए?
व्हाइट बोर्ड के लिए अपने इस पे ना, सो 3 डॉट्स है वहां पे.
More.
हाँ, more. So when you click on more, you just find that.
No, I find participant chat record on this computer. Ask for help.
थ्री डॉट्स कहाँ पे हैं? सब एक ही वर्जन का जूम चला रहे हैं क्या? कुछ अपडेट आया है क्या?
नहीं, मेरा कौन सा वर्जन है? मेरा अपडेटेड वाला ही है इनफैक्ट.
अपडेटेड ही है मेरा भी. तो फाइल शेयरिंग आ गया, ठीक है. चैट आ गया, ठीक है.
अच्छा, just a second. I think I need to give permission. व्हाइट बोर्ड दिखा नहीं क्या अभी भी? पूरा देख
नहीं
लिया?
सर.
पता नहीं यार, so I'll just check on this. एक बार इसके बाद देख के we'll figure out. अभी परसों यूज किया था ना हमने टेस्ट करते समय.
हाँ परसों तो हाँ परसों तो टेस्ट किया था, देखते हैं इसका